I've decided to add more traps, because why not? Because I feel like this is not enough traps. So, yeah. Anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this multi-block pickaxe. And for no reason, I'm just going to make a giant hole right here. And we're just going to break the bedrock too with it. So if anybody's stupid enough to fall into the hole, we build a trap with them. But before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe, obviously. And before we do that, I have another trap idea. So basically, my idea is I'm going to build a sky base. And they're obviously going to go to it. Since they'll probably fall for that. Because, you know, I already have two houses. I have my old house and then my house. So if I built a sky base, it would not make any sense. Build it a little higher. And have ladders going all the way down. Besides that one. Alright, so basically he has a sky base here. So 1, 2, 3 on each side. 2, 3. Boom. And we're going to span it. About 8 blocks. And this should work for a sky base. Yeah, it's a good old big platform. I think this is perfect. And what we're going to have up here, you know, some chest, furnace, you know, all that basic stuff. Okay, 64 in each is probably way too much. So I think I'm going to have 4 furnaces here. And then each one is going to have about like 32. We're going to make some have like 31, 29. You know, just so it doesn't look sus. That much, anyway. And, yeah, we should be good. So, a bunch of random amounts, close to 32. So, it doesn't look too sus. Like he's used the furnace before. And then, crafting table and some chest. Since this is a sky base, you know, you can have your chest pretty high. I think 4 chests is good. That looks so stupid. And then a bed, of course. Blue bed. Looks good. Now we're going to put some blue in the chest. Some absolutely random stuff. Some bones. You know, just some completely random loot that a lot of people have. And don't forget about some saplings. And then, in the second chest, I'm going to get another diamond. Because, you know, I don't want that diamond. Just one singular diamond. And then we're going to have, what's down here? Tree. So basically, you'll see what I mean in about a second. All caps. Quick way down. Make it look very promising. Then you're just gonna jump down into water, of course, except here's the twist. Man, I'm stupid. I forgot /give. Here. They're gonna make a small little water thing here. No, nothing too sus. Then we're just gonna get some water. Alright, looks good. Like a pyramid kind of shape. We're gonna make it 2 blocks deep because you'll see what I'm gonna do here. Especially with this. Completely fill it up real quick. And then we're just simply gonna do this right on top. Won't be able to see it. And we're gonna simply just make him die. We're gonna make it seem like there's a way out like that, so you can get out of the water. So it doesn't look weird. So then they're gonna come up here, obviously, check the chest, because, you know, Eli's a thief. And then he'll obviously steal the diamond, and then he'll see the sign. Wait, hold up. And he'll wanna, he sees the ladder, he's like, oh, I don't wanna go down the ladder. Then he sees the sign, quick way down, and then he instantly jumps down, sees the water, and dies because of the barriers. Perfect. But you guys weren't expecting that one. That's probably gonna be one of the best ones. Alright, now it's time for the diamonds. But before the diamonds, I should probably do something with this Lucky Block stuff. Anyway, why did I grab leather boots? Of iron. And yes, you see a jetpack, I know. I don't know what I'm gonna use that for. Maybe they'll not know how to use the jetpack and they'll fall and die. But yeah. Alright, somewhere in this village. Right here next to horse here. What should we name this guy? Let me think. Let me just do that real quick. Why does the armor look gray? I don't know, probably new texture. Because, you know, probably the new graphics on the shadow affecting it. Alright, what are we going to name this goober? I think we should totally name him Bing Bong. Who are you, buddy? This guy looks like he's a freaking assassin from Assassin's Creed, bro. Oh, he's selling crack. Bro, what? Nah, we're stealing from him. That's a complete steal. Anyway. God. When I came upon this village, you know, I saw this ruined nether portal. And look at this loot, bro. It's OP. So I'm gonna grab all of this loot. And we're gonna obviously make a trap chest. Leave it below. Alright, so there's like 10 and then there's like 2 somewhere. Making it look kind of accurate. This is actually like almost exactly how it was. Good enough. Oh, don't forget about the lodestone. Boom. Trap chest. Ruined nether portal complete. Alright, now it looks good. I swear, if somebody falls into that, they're stupid. Anyway. So we have my house here, you know. The creepers in it, of course. I'm gonna put a carpet out front. Yep. Think we all know where this is going. Eat, eat, eat. Oh crap, they can see it because of the freaking path. Get rid of the path. Alright, looks good. You know, just a nice little carpet, nothing sus. I just realized that it's kind of giving off light a bit. So we're gonna put a torch here so it doesn't look sus. It'll play with them a bit. Alright, so I need to get back to that armor stand trap that I was planning to build. You know, good old stand of iron armor in the middle of nowhere. Not sus at all. And we are gonna grab some pressure plates. I think we all know where this is going. Boom, it's complete. The only thing I really need to do is probably put a fence around this because, you know, the horse from the last video kind of blew up our landmine field, so gotta put a nice good old fence around this. Maybe they'll think it's like a statue or something. Yeah, totally. And to make this a bit believable, I'm gonna get some more pressure plates, except they're not gonna have bombs. I know, very sad, we all like bombs. I do too. Nothing sus about them. And then they're gonna see the armor standing going and hopefully staying on the pressure plate. Oh, they can steal the armor from here. Well, I don't know. Actually, I do know. Hopefully this works. Slash give at shelf barrier. I'm trying to make it so they won't be able to get it. Honestly, we could do the diamond trap and then put barriers around it, because then they'll think they can get the diamonds, but they just go into a wall. And then we're gonna do it like that. Boom. So they won't be able to steal it besides from the front. But I have a plan for that. I'm gonna try covering this guy in barrier blocks. Alright, looks good. So now you should walk on the pressure plate. And they won't be able to, yeah. They won't be able to get the armor from him. Besides maybe right here. No, they can't. And then they'll get closer, obviously, because they can't get it and step on the pressure plate. Alright. Diamond time. This one isn't really going to be a trap. It's just to play with them again, because why not? And let's get some light blue wool, like the color diamonds. And of course we have these two diamonds, because why not? And we're gonna put a bunch of barriers. You'll see what I mean in a second. Alright, I'd say that looks pretty good. So they're like, free diamonds? Ain't no way. And then they'll get closer with something, some barrier. And then it's just gonna torture them. But I don't. Because I was gonna do something with the bell. Alright. What could be very good trap? Wait, I have an idea. See what I was thinking? Minecart TNT thingy. Okay. Then they're probably gonna see if there's any ore here, which I'm gonna try to convince them with some coal. You know, good old vein of coal. The usual. I just heard an explosion. They might have just ruined one of my greatest traps. Oh, let me check here to make sure. Wait. Oh, this is the wrong blacksmith. Hold up. Oh, we can do something here, though. Just gonna grab some more barriers because I felt like it. You know, they're obviously gonna break in, which I know, but I don't care. This is just to distract them a bit. So I can think evil plan. I'm just gonna simply do this so they can't get in. Simple trap, but effective. Okay. I need to go back to where I was earlier. That explosion threw me off. I don't even know where it was, because I know it wasn't that. Because I think I remember that. Maybe it was. Right. Go back down here, you know, to see the coal. Hopefully. Make it stick out a bit like that. And then they're gonna be like, ooh, coal. Then up here, in this spot, there's gonna be a piece of iron. Alright, I'm gonna have to do some building for this to work. Iron here, minecart. And then they'll stand under it, I'm assuming, because that's what old people do. And then they'll mine it, and the TNT minecart will drop on them. Because we all know that when you drop a TNT minecart, it explodes. Like if you just do this, and then kaboom. That's what will happen to them. So that's why I decided to use a TNT minecart. So they'll stand under the iron, and then the TNT minecart will kill them. Hopefully. And then they'll get lured in by the coal, hopefully. Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna put some iron right here. So they'll hopefully see that and believe that. Alright, we have a decent amount of traps now. Especially from the last part. I put a lot of traps. Probably put like 1 or 2 more. I just don't have any ideas though. Alright, I need to make another goofy trap. But here's the thing. I don't have an idea. I don't have any ideas. I could use these portal things, but I don't know how these things work. I do have a portal add-on that makes it so you can like build nether portals and you can teleport. Like a nether portal, but I have an idea. We're either gonna use these, which I don't know how they work, so we're gonna have to use good old waystones. Home. We're just gonna name it home. This isn't even the one that they're gonna warp to. So they're gonna see that and they know it's a waystone, hopefully. And it's gonna teleport them over here. Should I make it so it just teleports them into the water? It'll be like a harmless thing. Because then they won't be able to get back unless they TPA to each other. Because they can teleport. It's a request though, so they can't teleport like this menu. It's a request. Golly, crash out. Alright, so I don't know if I should make this a harmless one because it's a prank for a reason. I know! No kidding, Sherlock. I think I'm just gonna make this a harmless prank. So like right here, we're gonna have the waystone. And we're gonna name it Cave Easy Diamonds. Cave Easy Diamonds. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna switch this over to easy like this, so they like get baited. Alright, so hopefully, I think for other people, it should work. They'll just look into it and it'll say, you know, Cave Easy Diamonds. And they'll obviously click it because it's diamonds. And then they'll... My controller disconnected. They'll just fall into the water. So it'll be a harmless prank, but they'll get mad that there's no diamonds. Alright, so where's the original island at? Boom. Alright, I think we have a good amount of pranks set up. When I'm actually making the video, there's going to be a lot more pranks, probably. And it'll be pretty funny. And I'm going to do a lot of trolling. Especially with this thing here. You literally can't see me. So, yeah, it's perfect. Holy ball. I was 1 heart. Wow. That's crazy. Alright, that's gonna be it. Bye, y'all.